If you're a digital DJ that uses a DVS or digital vinyl system, there's a better method than just using timecode called HID. Now HID, or Human Interface Device, transforms your CDJ from just being a media player that plays the timecode to becoming a fully featured controller. Now before we go any further, be sure to subscribe to this channel for more tips and tricks just like this one. But now let's get into how and why you might want to use HID if you use the DVS.
So the biggest benefit of using HID mode is that it provides physical controls for your DJ software that you would normally not have directly on the media player if you were just using timecode. So of course you can go ahead and scroll through your library just like this. You can load a song. You can now see the waveform on the actual media player, which you don't see if you're just using timecode, as well as your cue points and loops. Of course you can use the pitch adjustment, use the master tempo or key lock. Also change the pitch range for your software. Of course, play pause works, track search works, the quick cue works, and my favorite feature is that now your hot cue buttons are connected to your software and allows you to access your cue points, which for a lot of DJs that use DVS that are on CDJ setups that are just using timecode, they would have to go back and forth between their computer to access their hot cues or cue points and the actual CDJ itself. So having all of these physical controls just really helps kind of push the laptop to the side and helps you connect better with your crowd, because now everything you pretty much need is right in front of you, from the mixer controls to all the physical controls for your software directly on the media player.
And the extra gear you would need to set up HID mode could not be any simpler to carry. Basically, you only need a few items. You just need one USB cable for each of the CDJs you'd wish to connect to your computer and use in HID mode. So if you don't have enough USB ports on your computer, you may need to look into getting a USB hub to get all of those connected. So let's go ahead and switch views and show you how to connect CDJs to your computer and use the DVS in HID mode.
So this is the back of the CDJ where we see all the possible connections. And this one right here is the one that we're going to be interested in. This is the USB connection right here. So we'll go ahead and take a USB cable and plug it right here into the back of the CDJ. Then the other end of the USB cable will either get plugged into a USB hub that'll go into the computer, or if you have enough USB ports on your computer, you can plug it directly into your computer. Once that connection is made, we can go ahead to the top of the CDJ and then activate HID mode. So now that we have the USB cable plugged into the back of the CDJ, into the computer or USB hub, now we can go ahead and start the process of activating HID mode for Serato DJ Pro. So the first step is we're going to go ahead and press this button right here, the link button. Then it'll enter control mode, where it'll say USB MIDI here and push to connect. So we're going to go ahead and push the encoder to connect. Then it'll change right here. Then we're going to have to rotate this encoder. And now it'll ask us which deck we'd like to control. So for this example, we'll control deck 1. And now we're in HID mode, as easy as that. So now I can go ahead and scroll through my library and notice it's the same output on this screen as it is in my Serato library on my laptop. I can go ahead and just click on the encoder and it'll load a song. And now notice I have the song loaded, I have the waveform down here, as well as the cue points right here. So I can scroll through the song, I can use the hot cues on the CDJ to jump to different parts of the song that I have saved as hot cues or cue points, and we're pretty much ready to go. So that's simple, really easy, super fast.
The additional features you gain using HID mode with your DVS software definitely outweighs its setup time. In just a few moments, you can connect up to 4 CDJs using HID mode and gain so much more tactile control in your DVS software. And personally, I love being able to use the hot cue buttons on the CDJ to access my cue points, as well as use the display on the CDJ to scroll through my library and see an overview waveform to know exactly where I am in the track. Overall, it just provides such a better DJing experience, being able to put my laptop to the side instead of having to go back and forth between the DJ setup and going over to see what's on my laptop to see all the information that I need, such as loading the next track and accessing my cue points. Having all that tactile control right in front of you makes the world of difference. So if you haven't already, you definitely should check out HID mode if you are a DVS DJ. And also, if you haven't, make sure you like and comment on this video, and be sure to subscribe to this channel for more tips and tricks just like this one. So once again, HID mode is a must to at least try if you use the DVS software. Now get good, get out there, and make the moments.
Yeah.